Hey guys, just finishing up Jason's stream here. What is going on? I'm gonna try some settings with my microphone. Y'all let me know what works best. I've got my fan on. You can probably hear me right now. Oh, he ended. Alright, so I'm gonna try some settings real quick if y'all don't mind hooking me up. So this is one first. This is one. You probably hear the fan. This is two. I don't know if you hear the fan at all. This is three. I feel like you hear the fan. Which number sounds best to y'all? Not two, not two, one. Two most, but one was the loudest. My volume's a little low right now. I'm gonna go back to two. Oh wait, that's two. I have two to max my volume. This is two right now, and I turned my mic up a little bit. Warrior, what's happening, Bubba? How you doing? MLS 83, how you doing? 15. Alright, well I've changed my setup. I don't know if you could tell that I'm sitting a little bit differently now. Got a table. Kind of a reach now, I can't. Yep. I wonder if I can put it behind my table. Oh, come on. Come on. Apps. Starting a little bit later than normal, but that's all right. We go till about 9 again. Does it still sound okay? Because I have my fan going. I don't know if you hear it or not. Quiet. I know that sounds weird. All right, back to one. I know one's a little bit louder. Oh, maybe let me try this. Back to two. Yeah, it is quieter, isn't it? I can see that. I can turn my side up. That's back to two, but it's a little bit louder now. One. All right. We like to crank it to 11. Well, I got my mic too hot for one. It's shifting between different cardioids. I'm not going to go into it. The vocal pattern of how the mic picks up, it's going to be different when I actually get a proper mic. I do like this blue mic, but fan isn't too bad. Yeah, I gotta have it because I was burning up in here. We got everything set up there. Let's go to the crab pasta. So I was sitting here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a little bit freaked out. I had to go outside and have a cigarette, and I've been hearing noises in here. So, fan is atmospheric. I have guitar fingers. I don't even know what that means. Like fingers made of guitars? You weird man, you. Here we go. I've got two stories from yesterday that were left over. I'm going to have to change that. I don't want that USB cable going all wonky in front of me while I type. Oh. Hey, Holly, what's going on? Better than salad fingers. Nothing's better than salad fingers. Oh, I gotta delete this. This is my creepypasta tally book. I'm gonna start doing now, so I know which stories I did. So, the boy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tape that or something. I'm gonna have to figure out a thing for the... Oh, that'll work right there. Oh no, we're turning battery saver off. I do not like that. I gotta make this small so I can see what y'all are saying again. You really hear noises? Yeah, I've been hearing... Hey, see, you wanna... Yeah, I've been hearing noises, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm a little bit freaked out. So if you see me jump, rickety rail, the ceiling, it's not my upstairs neighbor. I've been hearing it from behind me. So, I don't know, you know. Rickety, welcome to the chat. You're new, but you're now a moderator because everybody controls themselves. They moderate themselves. Except for Jesus Christ, and that guy was kind of a, let's be honest, a little bit of a jerk. The dad stream was awesome. I really wanted everybody to unsub from dad. Oh, no worries, Rickety. You're one of Jason's. You're one of mine now. Because, honestly, everybody in Jason's streams are awesome. This story is called The Boy. Here's the link for it. If you want to read along, because I do sometimes stammer and stall. No. See, were you in here when Jesus was in here? Because, honestly, that guy... He was... Oh, wait. There we go. How about I move that? And move this. Yeah. Everything's center now. I like that. This story is called The Boy. There's the... it was just to mess with Dad. Because he kept asking for subs, and I just wanted to see his face when a bunch of people unsubbed him. It's fine. We'll do it next time. Not for long, just for a little while, you know, just to mess with him. All right, here we go. Yeah, increase the distance from my mouth to the microphone. There we go. Oh, and you see the little red dot. And there we go. All right. I love my son. I truly do. There's nothing in the world that I would wish for more than my parents, my wife, and most importantly, my son. My name's Oscar, and he was a well-behaved child. Even at the age of 5, he knew better than to do wrong. That wasn't the only thing I loved about him, but it was his wild imagination that really amazed my wife and I. Ever since he was 3, he found his love drawing pictures. Really cute ones, to be honest. We'd usually find his pictures of what we can make out of his own make-believe creatures. Oscar had made them up. He had different descriptions and stories for each one. It was something really extraordinary for us. Sorry. Work. Do you guys hear that? Nope, there it goes. Guys, I'll be right back. Hang on a second. Sorry, guys, that was... Y'all hear that? Please tell me y'all heard that. Did y'all hear that? Yeah. I don't know. I gotta go look again. Hang on. This fucking place. Goddamn creepy ass place. Alright. Chappy farted. No, Chappy didn't fart. I don't know what that was. Went outside, nothing there. Let's hope that stops. Because Chappy don't have his gun here. Anyways. Creepy ass place. There's one bear. It was a Squatch. Have a knife with you? I do have a knife with me. And I got this little bitty crossbow with you can't really see it, but there's a little BB in there. I won't kill whatever comes in. I'll piss it off though. I think you're filled with a bunch of crap. Are you talking about the BB gun? Anyway, sorry guys. Let's hope that crap stops. Creepy apartments. Oh fuck yeah. A few of his birthday parties, my wife and I thought about bringing his world of creatures to life by buying random party supplies and costumes to try to make a real-life representation of it. Oscar loved it. And we'd done 2 more birthday parties with the same theme. At those themes, we'd invite all my buddies from work and the kids with them to have someone play with Oscar. Surprisingly enough, Oscar already had a few friends, especially Billy. Billy Hill was the son of one of the best guys I work with at my job as a car manufacturer, Sean Hill. Sean had a huge interest in heavy metal music, which was why sometimes he listened to music from his favorite bands while we worked. Just something to put out there. Weird ass stories. They're not Stephen King. You don't have to give all these details. His son, Billy, had picked up the interest in the music that shouted at you. Basically the only music Billy and Sean would listen to. Like father, like son, right? Billy and Oscar's relationship was something special for Sean and I. Even my wife was glad his son had found his first new best friend. When Sean usually came over to the house, he'd bring Billy with him. He only wanted to come over and play with Oscar. Sean and my wife... Sean and my wife and I would usually talk about what's going on in our lives, mostly about work. Billy and Oscar would be in Oscar's bedroom, either drawing pictures together or playing with some of their toys, whatever. All of that, however, had stopped about a year later on Oscar's 5th birthday. My son wanted another monster fantasy theme party, so we'd give him one. After the cake and presents were given, Oscar continued to play with Billy outside. I started putting leftover cake and ice cream away when I heard the back door open, followed by some small footsteps. Looking over to Billy, walking into the kitchen, where I was, towards me, he had a strange look on his face. Billy had that expression where he was about to scream or cry or something like that. Either way, it had me worried. "There's a man outside," Billy said, a quiet and shaky tone coming out of his mouth. I immediately run to the window and look out at Oscar, and surprisingly, there was a man out there, standing in front of him. The man wore a dusty trench coat and leather work gloves on. Probably some homeless man or a drug addict. He stood in front of Oscar, who didn't look at all afraid. No, I know what I saw. He was smiling up at him. Oscar's lips didn't move at all. He was just looking up at the man with a dimpled grin spread across his face. I run out of the door in the broom in my hands, the only thing I had thought of grabbing in the instant. "Get the hell away from my son," I shouted at the man, who turned back to look at me. He immediately ran around the other side of our house, and in an instant, he was gone. I looked over at Oscar, who was only confused. "Oscar, are you okay? Did that man hurt or touch you anywhere?" I asked him, staring at him in the eyes, not taking my eyes off of him. Oscar only stuttered, as if he couldn't get a reply out, but he did. "I'm fine, Daddy. He liked my picture." I looked down the street, down at the sheet of paper that had some sort of drawing on it, a new creature Oscar probably came up with, possibly. I picked it up to see for myself, and well, I had no words to let out. The creature wasn't like anything he'd ever drawn. In fact, this wasn't even a monster. It was what I could only assume is a little boy, his whole naked body covered in holes. Taking a closer inspection of the holes, I found out they had only to represent faces. A little boy with faces all over his body. Each face seemed to be frozen in shock of fear, which made this thing look more discomforting. "Oscar, get in the house," I told him. Still looking at his drawing, Oscar got up and walked into the house, very silent, as I went in with him. I talked to my wife about what happened outside right after, about the man who approached Oscar and what Oscar drew. She wasn't that concerned about the picture, for what she thought it was normal for a child to draw something strange, like a boy with faces all over his body. What concerned her was that he was out alone with a man that could have been a pedophile or a murderer of some sort. And it was my fault I wasn't out there with him. Now I remember at the time that I was in the house to put ice cream away and cake. But just the thought of what could have happened to Oscar had scared me the most. That night, before Oscar's bedtime, our wife and I had talked to Oscar about what happened. "Oscar, can you please tell me what happened when you were out there with Billy?" I asked him. Who was drawing the new picture of his usual made-up creatures in his time? "Am I in trouble, Daddy?" Oscar replied, looking up at us. "No, sweetie. You did nothing wrong. We just want to know what happened when you were outside with Billy," my wife said, reaching over to hold Oscar's hand. "Me and Billy were playing, and when I saw the man walking up to us, Billy ran away. He was talking to me. He's really nice," Oscar said, his other hand sketching over the paper. "Did the man say anything to you?" my wife asked him, stroking his small hand with her thumb. "He said that he wished he was a kid, And that he wanted one like that, Oscar replied, pointing at the sketch I held in my hands. My wife and I looked at each other. The picture Oscar drew. We both looked back at Oscar, who's still scribbling some features on his new monster. It was nighttime, almost midnight, when I woke Oscar up. When I woke up with Oscar, standing at the side of the bed with tears dripping down his cheeks. I was able to fully comprehend what I was seeing. I sat up and confronted him with my arms. Oscar's crying now, softened in my quiet whimpers. Here I go messing up. Oscar, is everything okay? Is everything okay, maybe? I asked him. Did you have another nightmare? Oscar nodded his head, his lips quivering. Do you want to sleep with us? Oscar nodded again, sniffing as he calmed down and climbed into our bed, covered himself up. As he did so, I tried to go back to sleep, but I felt Oscar tap my shoulder. I turned back to look at him. He was still wide awake. Yeah, buddy? I asked him quietly. Can I tell you what I dreamed about? Oscar asked me. All right, sure. You know my best friend, Billy? No, my other best friend is in the picture. Oh yeah. I felt a bit unnerved just thinking about it. He was trying to save me. Save you from what, Oscar? That man. I immediately knew who he was talking about. He took Billy away from me, and he told me he wasn't coming back. I jolted up, looking down at Oscar, who was already asleep. Those last words that came out of his mouth had my heart drop. It wasn't just what he said, but what I thought of when he said it. The man that approached Oscar in our backyard. If he really was going to kidnap Oscar or Billy, it would have been a horrible thought. I tried to go back to sleep, but I still repeated in my mind, still preventing me from closing my eyes, thinking that the man could appear in our bedroom and take Oscar away. About an hour, I was able to fall asleep. And on that night, I had the same nightmare as Oscar. I remembered it taking place at the birthday party. Everything was normal. The kids were playing around, eating cake and ice cream. Everything didn't seem out of ordinary. This writing is killing me. Or so I thought. I was looking at Oscar, who was drawing pictures of Billy. And then I turned back to the crowd of kids and I saw Oscar's best friend, the boy with faces all over his body. Except in reality, it looked a lot more twisted. A naked boy who appeared to have the same hair as Billy, had faces of many other children stitched all over his body, looking like some Ed Gein would create. He only stared at me, slowly walking up to me as I could only stare at him. Call the police, mister. The man already took me and the others. And he made himself a child. We'll never grow up like you did, ever again. The man lives in the forest behind your house, in a small shed. He's also going to take Oscar too, and you might never see him again. Keep him safe. So wake up now, the boy said, his voice sounding exactly like Billy's. I only stood there, unable to think of what was next. Wake up now! And then I was awake. I called the police and told them everything about the man who apparently lived in the forest that was in our neighborhood a few minutes later. There was a period there. A few minutes later, I had gotten some text from Sean. Many texts to be exact. Each of them were either call the police or my son is missing or I can't find Billy. My wife and Oscar woke up as I walked out of the bedroom to the front door. The police had arrived. They followed me from behind as they both wondered what was going on. I ignored them. Tried to listen to what the police officers at the door had to say.
They were able to find and capture the man who supposedly was in the forest and lived in a small shed that they found. He didn't have a name, information unknown, or so far to them, but unfortunately it was true. He did kidnap a few children, including Billy Hill. Like what Oscar and the Thing said, the man made himself a child, but the man had admitted that he always wanted a child to raise and take care of. He once had a wife, but every time they tried to have a baby, every child miscarried. The man moved out of his house and ran away for that reason, and kidnapped as many kids as he lost the same amount of unborn lives. He mostly wanted a boy. That must have been the reason why Billy had to be the kid stitched on the faces onto. But it still doesn't answer why he had to be the one. My wife took Oscar into his bedroom, where he was able to fall asleep, hoping he wouldn't come out and listen to the truth. Sean was also able to come over, really upset about the current events that were happening. He couldn't stop crying. His hands covered his face as he wept loudly, being comforted by my wife, who was still sitting on the couch. The one thing that really disturbed me the most about the police, they told me, was that they were able to find the bodies of all the missing children, even Billy. Every child, except for Billy, had missing faces. Possibly, the flesh was cut or torn off. They also found Billy, who was found dead in the shed the man lived in. His clothes were gone and his body was found naked. All the children's faces were stitched onto his body, described exactly like the one in my dream and in Oscar's picture. Yeah, I thought I read that one better. Was I too loud? I got some steaks to eat. Really? Screw you, dingus. I don't need a ghost messing with me while I'm eating. Yeah, a little bit. Nope, wrong stream. Where's my... I got 11 people in here. Nope, wrong stream. Hey, Smiley. Who's Smiley? Me? Hope you don't mind if I eat a little bit of steak. If y'all do, well, sorry, too bad. Yeah, I need to use thumbtacks or staples. I have sweet tea that I finished. I have green tea. I have burr. I have water. And water. Glad that it's all right there. Hey, drama mama. Pardon me while I eat like a carnivorous, I don't know. Somebody get Tom in here. I want to mess with him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a soda every now and then, but not very often at all. Hey, Bridget.
I will. It's like the faces. Like, save me, Billy. Oh wait, Billy's dead. Save me, Oscar. It's a made-up story. Who cares? I don't have kids. It's tasty. It's not really a ribeye. It's like oh, hey Hope. Taste face. Yeah, oh, it's good. Ooh, this is nice and tender. It's cold as hell, but okay, it's cooked. Hope being glad you missed that last story. Ew. I love me some meat. I'm a meat eater. Don't worry about it, Hope. Disgusting story. Sad. About kids. You don't want to hear it. I think maybe the ghosts are leaving me alone after they're seeing what I'm doing to the steak. Or she can't. Oh, wait. I snorted pepper and my nose became numb. That's weird. What are you guys doing snorting pepper? David, no jump scares, please. I'll pee. Vaping is out. Black pepper is in. I miss so much. Chappy farted. Nice Chappy armed. Oh wait, maybe the link is in here. No, maybe not. I don't know. What's up, Civ? I don't know if you're still in here. Hope, which YouTuber are you gonna interview? Damn, this is good. Run me some tender steak. What's up, Civ? How you doing, Bubba? Oh, you're gonna... I saw you setting that up on the in the old chat room. Yeah, that'll be awesome. You got your questions all lined up? I want a cigarette. Hope, check out other interviews with the chefs and see the questions they ask them. Ha. Oh, buddy. Shucks. Hey, what's this sound like? I got meat all over my mic. I'm stupid. I'm sorry. Playing with my food. It sounded like I laughed like a troll. Crystal. That is not what I was looking for. Nuts. That was the boy. How did that last story sound? Was that a cadence or anything, or was that loud enough? Oh, one of my hairs. Oh, great. My hair's tasted meat. I'm done for. Maybe YouTube? Well, like, technically all those people are dead, aren't they? Yeah, like hard-hitting questions. Totally mind F him. Dan to man, what's happening? I don't know what I'm saying, Hope. All right. That's what's left of the meat. Can y'all see that? Let me see. Yeah, you can. Finish my beer. Ooh. I was eating some steak. Gristle. Ow, 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 ow. I need a beer now. Who likes hot tamales? I don't often. You know, I got some floss somewhere. I honestly do. Found this on my desk when I changed desks. It's a 16 meg memory card. A solid state. What do I got here? I don't know. My hair. It's doing something else. I think y'all just watched me from my hair. Oh, I gotta scoot over because I didn't move my mat far enough. It's fine. It's fine. I just moved myself further from the... Oh wait, it's messed up. What the? Pull up my britches. I ain't trying to give y'all a free show. You got a tip for stuff like that. There we go. I got purple with the red. That looks kind of cool. And it's angry tonight. That's right. It should be. Mr. Leaves. Dang LEDs are sticking in my dang arm. Dang it, Napoleon. Make yourself a dang quesadilla. Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta find it. Gotta find the Burt's Bees. It's in the box. It's in the... Oh, jeez. It's in the box. I gotta... It's everything that was on my desk. I even had my Doritos in there. And some other stuff on there too, like my work phone and some monies and some medicines. There's the Burt's Bees. Oh yeah, Mustang keys. Need those. Oh, wait, I think I saw it. Yeah, I did. Way at the bottom, of course. Jeez Louise. I don't even know how I did that first story without Burt's Bees. Burt's Bees, good for your... It's good for your lips. Especially if you want me hiding under your bed tonight. And when you sleep, I'll just put a little bit, just a little bit on your lips. Hee hee. You got that dude's Jurassic Park desk? Why ask embarrassing questions? Jason, for California's sake. Why would you ask him questions for California's sake? I don't think they need any more celebrity questions. Why don't you ask him for Colorado's sake? But it was really just a joke, Hope. One of these days, I'm gonna teach you humor. And you might not get it, but it'll be fun. And basically because I'm a jackass, and I would ask Jason embarrassing questions. But that's how Chappy rolls. Chappy's a jackass. Chappy's okay with that. Chappy knows that. Chappy's gonna stop speaking of Chappy in the third person. But maybe one of these days, Chappy will grow up. My favorite band? Sublime. I moved and now I'm gonna get all situated. Anyways, this is called... Oh yeah, I was supposed to type in the next one. Mr. Leaves. I don't think Mr. Leaves is that creepy, though. It's not. Let's find a new one. So how was y'all's day? Hopefully all is well. Did you just call Dan the Man a queen? Oh, now your favorite band is Queen, and he's a queen? I'm so lost right now. It was good. That's good, Bridget. How was that Queen movie? I don't know. I've never seen it. The Passenger. The Reaper's Scythe. I feel like some of these got menacing names and they're just not that. It was arduous and long. But good. Oh, the Reaper's Scythe is only 6 minutes long. We can read that. I like me some 6-minute stories that take me 15 minutes to read. Now, oil field's a little slow right now, so I only work... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Civ. I only work when we are the broken, and we are not always the broken because we are not working. I played with Excel functions today because, as y'all may or may not know, Chappy is a huge nerd. Yeah, that sounds terrible, shoveling snow. What if you use like lighter fluid and lit it on fire? Would that work? Or like thermite, like small amounts of thermite, would that work? I don't know how this works. I feel like there's better ways than shoveling. Please, someone get back to me quick. I'm just kidding. Hey, we got 14 people in here. Look at us. We're a regular channel. Flamethrower. Or, you know, Aquanet and a lighter. Whatever. What about snowshoes, Bridget? Would that work? What are you signing for, Hope? What's up? Chappy, I think that would yield melting. Well, you want it to melt, don't you? Have to be up and out of the door at 6 a.m. Me too. Chappy, Chappy, Chappy. Small amounts of thermite. Yeah, try that. I mean, I don't know. I've never dealt with a bunch of snow. What do you want? Bottle rockets? Roman candles? What about, I'm just spitballing here. No, I don't know. Anyways, this one's called The Reaper's Scythe. Because I feel like that's how you gotta say it. Oh. Yeah, hang on. I can... Well, y'all might be disappointed in me. I didn't... Hang on, I'll just... Hang on. God bless it. Stupid freaking boots in the middle of the floor. So like I got I gotta get a bigger mat to roll my chair around on now. I got ice cream sandwiches, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna switch it up. And I got me some Butterfinger Bites. I ain't never had these. They do not look appetizing. Look at these things. Oh. Oh yeah, they're nummy. Oh yeah. And that's the inside. Focus, focus, focus. There we go. Just weather twins this evening. Chappy's eating good today. He had steak and a Hot Pocket, and now ice cream. Oh, and beer. Yeah, I had a beer. What are you talking about? Pennsylvania. I almost had a job up there. I'm glad I didn't get it. Made a little ice cream sandwich. You guys should come to Texas. You got great people like me. And it's Texas. I don't know. Reasons and stuff. God darn it. You're really not supposed to be picking these LEDs up and reposition them as much as I am, but gosh it darn heck. See, I can say stuff like that. They're sticking to my 3 arm hairs. You can barely see them, but they're there. You see them? There's some right there. And there's some right there. Oh, no, that was dust. I got like 3 arm hairs. Hey, Bridget. We're in America. We talking Fahrenheit. Relatives in Houston. Go to Houston first if you've never driven in a big city. That makes sense. Or ever think of visiting Colorado? I gotta wait for all the Chappy. Because of the lag, I see the chat, but then y'all still hear it. I need to visit Colorado, but I haven't been there in a long time. It's practically bikini weather for you, fish, huh? I need to shave this shit. Stuff. I need to shave this stuff. Really? That's how I read that. I don't know why. I don't know why you have that voice. I know what your voice sounds like. Okay, so basically it's like 40F, negative 40F, and plus 95 Fahrenheit. Poor Bridget had to go to the Google Translate or the Google Convert. What do I do with my tape? I'm gonna tape these little masters down. Oh no! So I went to Walmart after, I think it was Ernie or somebody said, you know, get the red lights. Come to find out, I had a crap ton of LEDs that I bought from China. In fact, let me see if they work. Just stab them into the other ones. I'm sure I broke something. No, I'm not taking it apart. Yeah, I totally found freaking... Not just that one. This is stuff that was on my desk that I forgot about. This one too. 2 of these things. And like a big boy remote. wonder if this works for... Let's see here. No. Oh, but what I can do... Hang on a second, guys. I'm DIYing. Give me a break. We go to Florida. Sounds warm. Yeah, but it's full of crazies. Coming to Texas. It's a little bit chilly. But it's Texas. Know what I mean? GW was our governor. Oh, shoot. I'm going to lose stuff. That's how we laughed. Rip out of there. Oh. Oh, that's female to female. That's male to female. I'm about to do some science experimenting. Oh man, that doesn't work. I'll figure something out. I don't feel like these are bright enough. Oh, because you don't use the same... Oh, because they're not full powered. Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, I like the blue more on the new ones. Ah. This is how I normally am, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not always creepy. I'm usually a big old nerd. Likes playing with electronics and computers. It affords me to be creepy. If that make it a sense. Release the Kraken. Oh, I think it goes on the other side. Shoot. No, maybe not. No, maybe it does. I don't know. Denton reminds me of shock treatment. You've been to Denton, Pip? I mean, really, it's not that bad. God, I really want to hook these things up. Totally got an idea. Because I just had these on my desk. Don't you judge me for 1 second. How long did I make this damn cord? Where's my wire strippers? This went from creepy time to DIY time. I got attacked by fire, that's why I visited Texas. I'm very sorry to hear that. Where'd my scrippers go? Ah, they gotta be in here. No. It went from, yeah, sorry, creepy time to, I'm probably gonna lose some viewers. All wire scrippers. This is a, holy crap, 6 amp max. Input voltage 12 volts. 12 volts. I couldn't even see them. Oh yeah, the little guys. When I'm older, I think I want to live in Virginia. Why Virginia? Beast? And they sing about Denton in what movie? If you ever have to strip a wire, you choose the size, those little things, based on the core size, not based on the wire size. Got to go. A friend of mine's having a breakup crisis. Back in an hour. That sounds like a bad reason to leave a date. Bridget, are you telling me I'm a bad date? I'm pretty sure that's what she just told me. Oh my god, he's totally creepy. He's totally nerding out. That's what I heard. The sequel of the Hockey Horror Picture Show. Oh, I don't know which side's positive. That's bad. Oh, that is so bad. I would know if I still had the connector that went to it. Alright, scratch that. That one's... I can't use that one right now. I don't have a multimeter on me. I'd have to run to my truck to grab my meter. I had two. Oh, there it is. Oh, he's a little shorty. Might blow up some LEDs. Screw it. Gotta see your last comment. I couldn't even see them? Oh. But out in the street town, San Antonio was the greenest, prettiest from what I remember. Wow, the river was so nice. Yeah. Yeah, San Antonio is pretty nice. It's a little kitschy sometimes, but it's nice. Alright. And I'm going to trust you to keep these wires separated while I'm gone. Well, not gone. I got to come over here and plug this in. I could make electro boom. Those separated. Unplug the leads. Oh, shoot. Oh my goodness, I got a pee so bad right now. I'm going to finish. I'm going to finish what I started. I'm going to plug this into this. Probably should have done this first. Oh, that's... They gave me this. And they gave me this. Why do you think they don't work together? Which one's... Chappy's smarter than this. Oh, I really don't want to touch those together. Here we go. I get paid for doing stuff like this. There we go. Get out of there. Alright. So, we're going to plug one of the cheap LEDs into it. Oh, wait. I got to... Oh, push through. Push through. Whatever. I gotta use these. I'm also scatterbrained. Don't judge me. I'm trying to power some LEDs to see which ones are better. When you're doing LEDs, you gotta make sure the little arrow, you see it? It's right there. Matches the little arrow right there. You can kind of see it right there. It's a little bump. Or you go boom. Alright. What did this thing say about the power? Plus on the inside, negative on the outside. Whew. Wish me luck, guys. Wait. I'm smart. Oh, this is so dangerous. I could fry little electronic pieces. It's fine. couldn't tell if they were turning on. Oh shoot, which one's positive, which one's negative? That doesn't even look like it's got solder on it. What the f... Alright, hang on a second, here we go. We're going for it. We're gonna say... Oh yeah, you're negative. And you're positive. Yeah, I lit him up. You see? Oh, I fried it. No. Yeah, these are totally way better than the other ones. Next episode of Electro Boom. Alright, let me unplug this. I gotta solder these at work tomorrow. I could go grab my soldering iron and do it here. We're good. Oh shit, I should have... Never mind. I should have marked what was positive and what was negative. I'll just grab my multimeter next time. I'm gonna set that up for tomorrow. I gotta pee so bad, guys. So bad. I can see this desk already getting messy. Hey, anybody want a Butterfinger? This is why I take Adderall, actually. For stuff like this. Put this back in the freezer for now. BRB. Find a way to make my light closer to me, but it's fine. It's fine. Hey guys, Adderall. I need Adderall so bad. What's the craziest you've been electrocuted? I've got too many stories. Well, honestly, not that often. Cause I've been electrocuted a few times. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was a young one, learning about electricity and what it could do, I got myself a couple times. That was like a brain puzzle. I was trying to figure out how this thing went back together. Very rarely do I shock myself anymore. Just being honest with you. But I got a funny story about a guy I worked with in the Air Force. He had nipple rings, and he was an electrician. Well, I did electronics, so mine is voltage. Mine's lower voltage. That's like this is the remote that comes with Adderall. This is the remote that comes with these LEDs. This remote that comes with the new LEDs. Like. Had DIY buttons and jump and fade and whatever. He was reaching up in the bay in the F-15 because they did high voltage stuff. He's reaching up the bay like this and doing something. And his one hand touched one side of electricity and the other hand touched ground. And it traveled down his arms. He had nipple rings and it arced and burnt nipple sized. It's like the shirt was kind of melted to one of his rings, and you can kind of see the shiny from the other one. it didn't come out of his shirt, but it met, but it went through the nipple ring first. he was up in there and he couldn't get out of that damn thing fast enough. He's banging around an elbow and everything. He finally got out of there and starts cussing and throwing wrenches, and it was his stupid fault. If you fix electricity like this, I like to tell people that I'm a very electrical or a highly conductive electronics guy, but I'm going to keep voltage away from this guy if I have to. I'm not getting shocked by nothing now. He like it? Oh, hell no, he didn't like it. He cussed and spat for a good hour after that. After that, he went and got plastic rings for his nipples. Because while these things may not be feral, or is that the word I'm looking for? Magnetic. They will conduct electricity. And, oh man, I'm gonna have so many LEDs on my desk, it's gonna be amazing. I'm pumped. Did I get 2 remotes or just one? No, I got 2 power things. Oh, I did get 2 remotes. Yeah. SOD. That then I'm not getting my nipples done, after hearing that. No, man, just don't fix high voltage electricity. Father-in-law's an electrician, which means smiley virus, I know nothing about it. He's an electrician, so you know nothing about electricity. No, electricity's, it's not that bad. It's not as mystical as people make it. AC is just this, and DC is just that. AC is a little bit more dangerous because it'll make your muscles do funny things. DC will throw you off. AC will make you go like that. So oftentimes if you touch something that shocks you, you'll, son of a, like that. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm fried. Not sure how much longer I'll be able to stay up. You're okay, fish. It's about 9 o'clock anyway. Shit, I forgot to take the damn pills. Where'd I put them? Found them. We've only been going about an hour. We need to get Jason to stream at an earlier time. He's cutting into my creepiness. And then I nerded out on y'all. I apologize. We still got 10 people in here. I can stick around with y'all for a little bit longer. I took 10,000 volts to the button on my hat. I got mad and started looking for the dude, the 2x4 that hit me. Do you mean that he... Because when you get electrocuted, they say that you should use wood and get the person off. You hit him as hard as you effing can. But I'm not sure what you meant by that, bud. I should put this knife away before I cut myself. I like this little knife. I had an infatuation with knives. To a sec, figure out. Oh, it took a sec to figure out there was no guy. I get it. Okay. A fried fish, I guess. Nah, fish, you're okay. Well, I appreciate you coming like always. Good, this isn't the voltage side. We're good. Y'all didn't hear that. But something back there just made a noise. That was creepy earlier, wasn't it, with the banging? Jackson, hella burst. Bust. Hella bust? What does that mean? I don't know. How'd you find me? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? That's all I really know of Spanish. And a la verga, chinos, and güero. Some güero. A la verga. I don't know what's going on there. You feeling okay? Oh yeah, I got those out like a fucking champ. Oh, crappy solder jobs. If I had a better camera, I'd show you guys what a bad solder looks like. Like some underpaid Chinese kid did this. Good evening. How you doing, Jackson? How'd you find me? Should I be worried? I'm not worried, but, I mean... Oh, I was like, why are my LEDs not turning on? Because they're unplugged. Did you find out who was banging on your window? That was scary. No, I didn't. Sad thing is they can't see light outside. No, when I was gone, I ran around my apartment, like both sides. You'd think it was like a teenager or something. It's cold outside. Goldfish. Go fish. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, go fish. No. Let me find out who did that. I'll make them wish they never tried to creep me out. Trying to undo my tape here. It's probably easier to just use more tape. This is my LED tape now. Specifically tore it off the roll for that. I found you biting in a Pop-Tart. I like you, Jackson. You're alright. That's why you're a moderator now. Now do your damn job and do some moderating. Oh, I gotta wrap my LED connection. Sorry, guys. Un momento, por favor. That's my tape face. Thank you. Well, do hat. Well, do hat. I don't, David, I don't. What are you saying, bud? Talk to me, girl. Talk to me. What is it, lassie? If I can ever get this fully wrapped properly. Oh, that's why it's so long. Because it wrapped up the other connection, too. It was like that. Rappy. I don't know what y'all are talking about. We do, huh? And on. Oh. Gotta plug it in. Tell me I didn't make the connection long enough. Yeah. Super epileptic mode. What kind of story are you gonna tell? Oh no. Creepy story, maybe? It's called The Reaper's Scythe. I've been wanting to send this link, but then I got preoccupied with doing nerd stuff. I'm just a big old nerd. I really want to... That's a really bad place to grab a loaded crossbow. I really just want to shoot this at the wall, but I know that as soon as I shoot it, I'll probably need it to shoot at something else. I've got darts for it somewhere. Dang old nerd. How about a cute story? I don't do cute. Look at me. I'm already cute enough. That's all you need. It's a short one. You've been here 5 minutes. You're already... Oh, that's what I did wrong. Son of a... Fixed it. I fixed it. Esta bueno. Esta... Freaking... What happened to you retaining your color? Red. No, you're fierce. Any ice cream sandwiches? I have 2. I gave one to a neighbor's kid. Because kids like ice cream. I'm an adult. I don't need ice cream. And I got a Butterfinger bites. I got a Butterfinger bar, and I got a Crunch bar, and I have 2 ice cream sandwiches. But anyways, this is that story. It's called the Reaper's Scythe. The Reaper's Scythe. I think that's how you're supposed to say it. You big softy. I know. Horn dog. I'm eating a nice juicy kumquat. You had to find the dirtiest name of all the fruits, didn't you? You big weirdie. The Reaper's Scythe. It's for cutting weeds. It's 6 minutes, man. Let's just get through this. There's no fear as potent as... There's no fear potent as fear of the unknown. No monstrous visage discovered yet has been as terrifying as the infinite potential of horror which exists before the mask is removed. That's why we humans in our native misunderstanding of the universal order are gripped by mortal fear of death. We think the final frontier, the greatest imaginable unknown, from whose shores, there's a word there, I'm not even going to try, no traveler may return. And so we cling desperately onto even the most dreary and anguished lives, suffering all known evil over the release of Beyond. I'm going to demod you because you talk too much. Ha! Now you can't talk enough. Too much. Are you? Don't talk so much. Jeez. You're making everybody weird. You're like a hidden, like a non-boner in pleats or something. But death is not to be feared, because death is very well understood. We've witnessed it, caused it, measured and recorded it to the last dying spasm of neuronal flickering. Neuronal. I didn't know that was a word. Even as I lay dying, it seemed silly to me that I should be afraid of the emptiness, which is the reason I promised to expect. Which reason promised... This story is already bad. What did I do that was funny? I don't know what's happening. I'm the weirdest dude. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, pleats. Oh, is that what you're... Oh, what did I say? You weird like a non-boner and cleats or something. I don't know what I say sometimes. Give me a break. Hey, Jess. Anyways. While I was alive, I wouldn't be experienced death. So there's no reason to be afraid now. When I was dead, I wouldn't be capable of experiencing anything. So fear had no cause. That thought brought me great comfort as I felt the last erratic struggle from my heart against the inevitable conclusion I approached. Why does this guy got to use like all fucking big words? God damn it. Keep cussing. Why does this guy got to use a lot of big words? I'm sorry for cussing. Turtle Squad, say turtle. It's like he's just using big words because he's like, oh, I know this big word and I know this big word. This story's not going to make any sense. Say you what, mate? That's how I read that. It wasn't until my last final drift off to sleep that the final intrusive doubt bubbled in my brain. What if it isn't death, which is to be feared? What if it's what lies beyond? I know, I'm so sorry. They got like 4 and 5 syllables, some of these words. They're messing me up. Yeah, okay, like 2 and 3 syllables. I like 1 syllable words. Real simple. And so troubled, I did sleep beyond the mortal understanding. Stepping into the world as forsaken by reason as I was now from life. I was still in the hospital room, but a bustle of nurses and beeping machines losing their opacity, as though I was mired in swiftly descending dusk, like he could have said, as everything got darker. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. I can say the word. It doesn't mean I like to read it in a story. Smart ass. My mouth tonight. It seemed as though every sound was an echo of what it once was. Every sight a reflection. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. With each passing moment, the world has become less real. Come quiet. Dang it, stop it. I like turtles. Do you like? Do you? Do you? I'm going to get through this. But all sight and sound, all that being, it wasn't simply disappearing. It was transforming into a figure beside me. The less real my room became, the more real the figure was, until presently it existed as a much sharp actuality that nothing beside it seemed all at real. Burpee. His cloak was black. Not the color black, but the essence. It was as though seeing a tiger after a lifetime of looking at childhood's crude drawings and thinking that's all a tiger was. Reality flowed around the scythe like a brush through watercolors. This guy's artistic. And I could see elementary particles and time itself sunder across its blade. Surely this, I thought, this is why we were taught without words to fear death. I clutched at my hospital blanket to cower from the intensity of the Reaper's presence. But the once soft cotton now flowed like translucent mist through my hands. It's better than that opaque mist. I knew that in the moment that nothing could hide me from the specter's grasp. For he was the only real thing in this world. You're late. They weren't words. My head ached from the strain of the knowledge as my lateness was burned into my awareness, impaired like an inescapable law of physics, as unequivocal as gravity. This guy's just trying to mess me up. We don't have time for the usual speak. Hurry now.
I felt myself swept up into the dirt in a hurricane, like dirt in a Felt myself swept up like dirt in a hurricane. Before I knew it was happening, we were outside the hospital, moving at such a frenzied pace that the world around me blurred into a dizzying tunnel of flashing lights. If you're lucky, it will have gotten bored for waiting for you. I have too many questions, all fighting for attention in my forefront of my brain, without any making their way out. You're quiet. I admire that. Usually people ask too much. What's the point? I asked. My voice felt flat and dead compared to his overwhelming substance. Just made up another word. How can I try to comprehend something so beyond mortal knowledge? You can't. But it's still human nature to ask. We weren't slowing. If anything, our pace was increasing. It wasn't running or flying or anything of that nature. It was more like the rest of the world was moving around us while we stood still. A vague darkness and a heavy damp smell made me guess that we had gone underground, but I couldn't say for sure. One question then, I asked. What else is there besides you? And that is why questions are pointless. Death is not a place or a person. It's all there is. Troubling thought, but made more sore by the growing howl which began reverberating the rocks around me. We still seemed to be descending into the earth, and the air was growing warmer and denser now. The sound continued to mount, as though the world itself was suffering. Then what is it? What? I'm here to protect you from. The rock split from a flash of a scythe, and the ground opened up further into a sprawling cavern dominated by a subterranean lake. But I thought you said you were all there is. No, I said death was all there is. We weren't moving any longer. Light glinted off the scythe for some unseen source and streamed into the lake like a tributary. Once inside, the light didn't reflect or dissipate, but swirled and danced like luminescent oil. I thought you were death. Death is not a person. The light was taking a life of its own inside the water. The still surface began to churn with enigmatic energy. It took my scattered mind a long while to realize what was the energy flowing into the lake. I still felt tangled up with the figure, but I knew we now existed as a light beam of boiling light. We now existed as a beam of light boiling into the water. You stupid horn dog. I knew I wouldn't understand, but it couldn't stop me from feeling frustrated. If death is all there is, then what is it? What was waiting for me? The water pressed in around me and I couldn't speak, although I could still draw breath somehow. It is here. Something was in the water around me. Hands grabbed me from the legs and began to drag me downward. I was amazed to even discover I had limbs again. I felt so alien to me that it was almost as though the body was not my own. Light flashed from the scythe. Then again, the hands let go, and the howling rose once more. The Reaper was fighting something, although I couldn't make sense of the battle, except for the madness of thrashing water. The howling earth reached its crescendo, and the screams made the water around me convulse and contract like a living fluid. Had the Reaper cut it? Was I safe? I began to explore my new body in the water, but just then I was beginning to gain control of my hands and clutched me once more. I lurched downward, struggling in vain against the implacable grip. What is here? I tried to shout against the suffocating liquid. What is happening? But I couldn't sense the Reaper's presence any longer. The heat was unbearable. The cold depths of the hands were dragging me towards was even worse. I became aware of a blinding light at the bottom of the lake, and I thought I struggled, the hands dragging me inexorably down onward. I'm sorry, I couldn't fight it off. It seemed to be coming from so far away now. We will try again next time. The pressure, the heat, the noise, the hands dragging me into the blinding light. I closed my eyes and screamed. I was free from the water now, but I just kept screaming. I couldn't bear to look at it. Whatever had stolen me, whatever was death, but wasn't. I already know what it's going to say. Whatever, like the Reaper, could not defeat. Then words spoke, real human words from a real human mouth. My senses were distraught that I could make sense of them, but I'm guessing they were something like, "Congratulations, he's a healthy baby boy." Most people can't remember the day they die or the day they were born. I happen to remember both, and I know that they are the same. That gets 1 vote. What do you guys think? 1 of 10? Just too many big words, and well, that's not because I'm frustrated from reading it. I saw something move behind me. Nah, I'm fine. What do you guys think? 1 of 10 or 10 of 10? I want y'all to decide this one. I don't think many of y'all were listening. Maybe Pip if she's still here. Not enough heat in the kitchen. 1 out of 10. Of course, Horn Dog. 2 for effort. 2. Haha. 110. I haven't been here, but 10 out of 10. Just got here. Yeah, it's getting a 2. Oh, I knocked it from a 9.1 to an 8.93. Here, you guys want to rate it too? Downvote the hell out of it. Stupid story. If you want to read that, Emmy, it's called The Reaper's Scythe. And the guy that wrote it, what's the jackhole's name? Tobias Wade. Of course it's a Tobias Wade. This jackhole probably... He's probably one of those neckbeards or... Oh, look at this. This is Tobias Wade. I knew it. Yeah. Too smart for his own damn good. Former neuroscience researcher, born-again novelist. During my studies, it struck me as odd. I could learn so much about behavior without understanding the intrinsities of human nature. I realized that I learned more about what it means to be human from reading stories than I had ever from my textbooks. I was inspired to write. I spent several years selling scripts in Los Angeles, but ultimately frustrated with my lack of control over my projects. Porn. A general stubbornness and unwillingness to compromise my creative pursuits led me to start my own publishing house and to do things my own way. Now I work full-time as a novelist and publisher, putting out a new book every month with Haunted House Publishing. Wow. I feel like, wow. I just read y'all his about page on his website. Yet I was super into the erotic flower story. I don't think I read that one. What the hell's going on here? I don't know. He was the creepiest. It's creepy that people like that exist. I'm not hating on him. No, I mean, I am hating on him. Not because he's because he's so effing smug. I'm sorry.
Read us a Goosebumps book. Oh, I would love to read y'all a Goosebumps. You totally did the other night. What'd I do the other night? Read a Goosebumps book? No, it was a Scary Stories. That's what I think I read. Y'all are gonna make me go to the store and have to buy Goosebumps books. Like, no, it's for my nephew. It's not for me. Oh, this sharp, this sharp's plenty knife. I mean, this is the name of the story. The Reaper's Scythe is to stop you from being reborn. Well, I sip my Pinot Noir. I'm sorry. I'm not usually a hater, guys. What are you talking about, Emmy? And these guys are talking about GameCubes and N64s. Oh. It's good now. Let me get you a copy of Ben Drowned. Dang it. Oh, God bless it. I just spelled it right. Sorry, I was eating. It's okay. I just Rube Goldberg to my freaking light over. I kicked my camera. I have a security camera down here that's not plugged in. My camera hit the box that I was using to prop my feet up, and the box hit the light. I'm looking for something. Pardon me. Hey, Brightside. How you doing? Nighthorn Dog, you have a good one? Oh, poor gerbil. Who's talking about gerbils? What gerbil? Someone say gerbils? Richard Gere here? My light's leaning a little to the left. I think we're gonna call it a night, guys. Maybe we got 10 people in here still. There's a technical name for the fear of long words. I feel like I'm gonna Google that. I don't fear long words. That really is. Hippopotamonsterosis quipdalophobia. I gave it a shot. I was happily busy. What does that mean? You were having the naughty no-nos? I wanted to say hi before I went to bed. I don't know what happily busy means. It can mean a lot of things. But you have a good night, Emmy. I mean, we pretty much have it until I finish my tea. Because I took my sleeping pill kind of late. See if I can find a better story that isn't from that same loser that wrote the last one. I don't know why I'm hating on that story so much. It just feels pretentious. I you know, I might not even be using that word right. It feels... It was just wrong. The Ditch. Now that sounds like a story that I'm not reading. It's 19 minutes long. Oh yeah, Amy. No, totally. Yeah, they're a smartass. Slum. Upon an altar. Crunched up paper house. The monster in the pantry. Sarah Bannon. Stairs. You're not afraid. Let's try You're Not Afraid. 11 minutes. We're going to keep that one for tomorrow. Another fairy tale. Let's go to the worst rated one. I mean, it's the top 500. I Feel Cheated. It only goes to 296. It does say top 500. What the crap, man? The Bethesda Cult, Flatwoods, Ubulu, Bone Dust, Blue Nightmare. There's Ubulu again, The Crow, The Chair, We Few Are Many. Well, that doesn't make sense. Save that one for tomorrow. I feel like I gave it such a bad rating that now the Reaper's Scythe won't come up again on my app, so I can downrate it again. Please tell me it's that same dillhole that wrote this story. R.L. Rogers. R.L. Rogers has written some books. Let's see. Yeah, that's me. I don't know if the password's right. Enter an old password. I don't care anymore. Good night, Chappy. It says happy, but I imagine you said Chappy. Hopefully I'll be able to watch you for a while tomorrow. Hopefully. The Cookie Monster has a real name. It's Sid. No. Seriously. Is his name Sid or seriously? So confused right now. I really feel like I should have taken the other side apart. Oh, actually got some movement on that. Never mind. Oh, that'd be... I just thought of this. If I could just... right at the camera. If the camera wasn't like $80. No, it wasn't. It was like 50. I'm still not gonna do it. Cookie Monster doesn't even swallow those damn cookies. It drives me crazy. How do you know? What if he absorbs them? What if that's just the crunching device and down here is where he eats? Oh, who are you to judge? They just won't move. Oh, I read that one already. Yeah. Yeah, that was an alright one. They go flying, and he wants more. I'm not asking Jason embarrassing questions during my interview tomorrow. No, I pretty much got that hope. I didn't think you would. I was really... I told you it was humor. Funny, haha. Yeah, I didn't think you would. It's fine. Leave it to me. I'll ask him embarrassing questions. It's an American town with a population of 1. Monowi, Nebraska is the only town in the United States with an official population of 1 person. Yes. She owes taxes to herself. She's in her 80s. She's employed as the village's mayor, librarian, and bartender. Monowi, I'm gonna search that shit right now. I'm gonna fact check your ass. Seriously looks like a block. Nope. Like, this is what pulls up on my Google Maps. We're gonna do a 360. I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks like more than 1 person lives here. That's probably her car right there. Let's see, check it out. Oh shoot, it went down the road. There's a house there. There's a house right there. And there's the church. There's the steeple. Look inside, and there's all the people. Just reading about it. She owns everything. Color's all messed up now. White balance, you bastard. White balance. I look all cartoonish on this side with the reds. See what I mean? I messed with the camera. Looks like I got half makeup on. Let's turn the lights off. Or go blue. Let's go blue. Blue. My cat just farted. And then sad face. And then David with the furt. I'm sorry, that's funny.
rather humorous. I've never heard a cat fart. Sorry I've yet fallen asleep. But I'm also a mayor, bartender, librarian myself. I feel shortchanged. I should have everything. And I owe myself money too. Hey, Amy, I thought you were supposed to fall asleep. I thought you had happy fun times with a friend or by yourself. Who are we to judge? Amy, do you live in Monowi? Whatever it's called. It means something Native American about flour. I don't know. There's a Wikipedia about it. This is how my brain thinks. I'm like, perfectly good knife. I see there's hex heads on these. I can take it apart and see how it ticks. I know it's just a knife. I know it's got a little spring mechanism right there. Still want to take it apart. Yeah, Holly, I think she knows. I feel like I can almost throw this thing. See, told you. And it's estimated for 2017, so no scary stories. I was doing scary stories. I did too. Well, I mean, I don't think the last one was scary. It was more of a baby being born. But yeah, it's getting pretty late. Chappy's got to be in bed by now. Hell, it's been 2 hours. I haven't even had a cigarette. That's usually 2 smoke breaks. But alas, I'll probably leave y'all here in a minute. Also, cat farts are pretty hilarious and stinky. Worse than dog farts, I imagine, because you feed them meat. And you did have happy fun time. I caught what you said then. I'm glad you do what you do, and then hey, I wonder what Chappy's doing. That's the irony of this town's name. Is the village is in southern Norway, actually named. Every winter, it freezes over. I mean, is it H star IL or LL, or is it hell? I mean, David, really? Yeah, I'm going outside to escape the stink. Oh, that's terrible. I'd be putting that cat outside. Or squirting it with Febreze. I don't know if that'd help or make it worse. But that single guy thought right there. Lived in Norway for a little over a year. It's so metal there. When you say metal, you mean terrible, right? I'm going to be Christian here. Jeez. Screw you, David. Screw you, man. Don't get me started. No, let's get Ernie started. Let's see what we can make Ernie do. Norway rules. He's my sweet baby and I spoil him. He can have the room till the sneak fades. He's a hunter, and I mean I like dogs. I mean, I don't understand cats. I can just say get, and the dog will be like, okay, that does probably stink. I'm gonna go that way now. Cats are like, I don't know what that person's saying, but I farted on her just to prove my dominance. Screw that lady. Ooh, stink cat. GTG to bed soon. So you GTG TBS? Snow's nearly 2 feet. He'd get buried.
Well, I mean, is it just the one room, or is the whole house stink? Are you tiny house living? I'm not trying to judge. I don't know. Snow's nearly 2 feet. He'd get buried. Just in the snow. Cats are smart, so we figure it out. He figured out how to make mom leave the room. He's gonna go on the computer and look up cat porn. I need a smoke to clear my nose. Sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna put y'all on pause or in the chat. I'm not sure which. Flip a coin, somebody. Heads, I go smoke. And put y'all on pause. Tails, I end the chat and go smoke. Either way, I'm going smoking. That's the gist of this story. It's this side. Now it's this side. My face is crooked, so cat furt. Oh, Siri. Hey Siri. Flip a coin.
Tails.
I think I'm putting you all on pause. I'm not sure. Now I'm thinking smoke. No cat porn. I'm smoking right now. Well, I'm going to put you on pause for a second. Cats are smarter than dogs. Got one of each. Love them equally. I mean, but you don't have all dogs. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I feel like we're not getting a fair shake here. Dogs are pretty, you know, they're pretty awesome. I have fish. I bet you do. I have so many dogs. Pigs are smarter than dogs too. Hey, you leave dogs alone, alright? You guys are so mean. I'm gonna put y'all on pause.
Hello.
Never mind. Hope is sleeping. LOL. Okay, now I smoke. And you be weird. Okay, bros. Yeah, I should be sleeping too. Oh, I was rolling over my dang fast charger again. That sounded like Bobby from Bobby's World. I haven't seen that show recently. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I sort of dig this big desk. I could fit a lot of crap on it. Bobby is just Gizmo. You guys with your Gizmo caca. I don't know. Anyways, guys, it's almost 10 o'clock. This old man's got to get some sleepy sleeps. But not before I put on some Burt's Bees. It puts the Burt's Bees on its lips, or else it gets the... Yeah. Hi, Kimber. How are you? We're already... we just finished the ghost stories. Gizmo crap? I don't know. Yeah. Blah. Oh, now my hair's all weird. Oh, there's my brush. But yeah, I'll be streaming again tomorrow, guys. Oh. If Jason's not streaming, 6 p.m. like normal. Oh no, that looks weird. There we go. Oh jeez, I don't know what my hair's doing. Whatever. Your hair rocks. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's all on my face. Amy, watch the movie Gremlins. Amy, you've never seen Gremlins? You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Y'all ever see the Key and Peele where they're making fun of Gremlins 2 or 3? It's really effing funny. When's your next one? I stream every day, Kimber. Every day without fail. It's more fluffy than Rocky. Trust and believe, I've seen every 80s movie, Gremlins, so many times. The hair is so mad tonight. You're gonna look crazy when you get up. I hope so. I always do. It's always like I can't. Or like that, kinda. I can't do it. I look like a crazy bird lady or something. I gotta put it down. Oh, I can't. Oh. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, I couldn't. That hair. Oh, I should have got a screen grab of that. I'm gonna have to rewind and do that. That was something. Looking like a hobo. You think a hobo could have hair like this? Probably, but it'd be really stinky. Unless he showered in a, you know, like a Flying J or something. That's what homeless people do here. And my music's playing in the background really loud. My bad, guys. But, yeah, we do creepy stories here every night at 6 Central, Texas time. Pretty sure it's Central. So it's 10 o'clock now. Our friend Jason at Simple Cooking Channel, you should check him out, was streaming tonight. So I don't usually stream when he streams because he promotes me pretty good. And most of my viewers are from that channel. But yeah, have a good night. But anyway, guys, I am going to sign off. I will see you tomorrow. And maybe tomorrow we'll read some more stories, and maybe we get the full stories in, but we don't know yet. Maybe Jason starts a little simpler, a little sooner. I'm from Simple Cooking. You are simple, David, but I love you all the same. That's mean. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry, David. Maybe accept a manly bro hug or something. I don't know, like, you know. I don't know. Good night, y'all. Pip, that's our word. I don't know if you can use that. You live up north. Emmy, nighty night. But Pip, have a good night. Oh, it is. My hair is weird in the back. How many people we got in the chat still? 8. Yeah, we're doing one down. Ow. I'm half Texan. Yeah. Well, you should be in Texas then, because, I mean, it's Texas. It's in your blood. You know you want to be here. It's wonderful. Just not Midland, Odessa. Fuck, Midland, Odessa. Just realized this is by Monster. People that make the cables. I think that's the same company. I can't tell. Do y'all know if that symbol's the same? Focus. Whatever. Looks orange there. And then the color's gonna change. Color changed. Anyways. Yeah, we're down to 6. You guys have a good night. See you tomorrow. And have creepy dreams and stuff, and tell me about them tomorrow. I'd appreciate that. You know me. And hopefully when I'm sleeping, nothing bangs on my freaking glass. Because I don't want to pee in my nice memory foam mattress. That would be hell to clean up. But you guys have a good night. Sweet dreams and all that. Good night, dog. Good night, David. Oh, it just feels so good scratching the back. Give me a back scratcher. Oh yeah, get down there. Anyways, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. And